Accurate, dependable, and late-breaking. This is local and state news on WLEN, Lenawee's local news station.
Hello, Lenawee County. My name is Brian Vish, and this is the WLEN Evening News. Let's get into it. State police used a drone to lure a man out of a Saginaw Township bank during an hours-long hostage standoff on Friday. The man held an employee hostage inside the Mercantile Bank building at State Street around 5:30 p.m., state police had reported on X. About a half mile of State Street was closed to traffic by police for several hours. Spectators watched from a distance as a drone hovered above the area. The drone was used to deliver a beverage to the suspect as police negotiated with him, said MSP spokesperson Lieutenant Kim Vetter. MLive.com reports that a state trooper shot the man as he walked out of the building. The man was killed while the hostage was taken to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries and was discharged overnight. State police said the incident remains under investigation. Mercantile Bank said in a statement that the branch where the incident took place will remain closed during the investigation. A juvenile suspect was arrested Saturday after leading Monroe police on a pursuit in a stolen vehicle. On Saturday, June 28th at approximately 6:45 p.m., Monroe County Sheriff's Deputy Hunter Chirillo attempted to conduct a traffic stop on a silver Chrysler Town & Country minivan while on her road near West 7th Street. The silver Chrysler Town & Country was reported stolen earlier that morning. The vehicle failed to pull over and fled eastbound on West 7th Street into the city of Monroe. The vehicle was pursued briefly down several streets before Monroe Public Safety Department officers successfully deployed stop sticks on the suspect vehicle near 7th Street and Cooper Street. Afterwards, the vehicle continued to travel on South Custer Street at a slow rate of speed before ultimately stopping near the intersection at South Custer and St. James Park Avenue. Monroe County Sheriff's deputies then took the driver into custody. The driver was confirmed to be a runaway juvenile related to the owner of the silver Chrysler Town & Country. The juvenile was arrested and lodged at the Monroe County Youth Center on charges of fleeing and eluding and unlawful driving away of an automobile. The identity of the suspect is being withheld pending formal arraignment in First District Court. The case remains under investigation by Deputies Hunter Chirillo and Jacob Llewellyn of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office Uniformed Services Division. Anyone with information is asked to contact 734-240-7772. Congressman Tim Walberg hosted a special ceremony this weekend in Washington, D.C. to honor Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Van Havel from Hudson, Michigan. Lieutenant Colonel Van Havel was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross with Valor by the U.S. Air Force for his heroic actions during Operation Iraqi Freedom. The award recognizes Van Havel's bravery while flying a close air support mission in Iraq. He provided critical support to U.S. ground forces under fire and helped his team avoid incoming missiles. Van Havel later volunteered to return to enemy range and successfully destroyed a surface-to-air missile site, ensuring the mission's success. Congressman Walberg also presented Lieutenant Colonel Van Havel with a congressional proclamation thanking him for his courage and service. Lieutenant Colonel Van Havel's actions helped protect American troops and exemplify selflessness in defense of the nation. State leaders, environmental groups, and agricultural partners gathered in Adrian on Thursday to strengthen efforts to protect Lake Erie from harmful algal blooms, threatening millions of people's drinking water and aquatic life. The second annual State of the Western Lake Erie Basin Conference, hosted at Adrian College, focused on reducing phosphorus runoff that fuels algae growth. Harmful algal blooms, or HABs, are most often caused by nutrient runoff from wastewater, farm fields, and fertilized lawns, as well as the effects of invasive species. Michigan's updated domestic action plan calls for a 40% reduction in phosphorus from 2008 levels. Thanks to a tighter controls on wastewater treatment plants, total phosphorus loads in the basin have already dropped nearly 23%. New strategies include stricter permit limits, expanded monitoring, wetland restoration, and support for regenerative agricultural practices in the western Lake Erie Basin. More than 200 participants attended the conference, which featured speakers from state and federal agencies, conservation groups, and leading universities. State agencies will continue partnering with local communities and farmers to meet long-term phosphorus reduction targets and protect drinking water and ecosystems across the region. A Michigan House panel has approved a bill that could help Hillsdale County voters repeal the county's ban on Sunday liquor sales at bars and restaurants. The county's blue law currently prohibits on-premise liquor sales from 7 a.m. Sunday to 2 a.m. Monday. It's the last county-wide Sunday liquor ban in the state. Representative Jennifer Warts introduced the bill to simplify the repeal process. The measure would lower the signature requirement for ballot proposals and allow the County Board of Commissioners to place a repeal question directly on the ballot. The bill would also fix confusing ballot language so voters can clearly vote yes to repeal the ban. Supporters, including several Hillsdale County bar owners, say the current restrictions push business to nearby counties and even across state lines. House Bill 4398 now moves to the House floor for further debate. Lenawee County Commissioners are continuing contract negotiations with Lenawee Now, the county's economic development organization. The proposed agreement would include measurable goals and quarterly meetings between Lenawee Now and a county liaison to ensure accountability. Commissioners also discussed tying some future funding to housing development efforts, aiming to address the county's housing supply challenges. The subcommittee working on the contracts includes Commissioner Krasny, Commissioner Martis, and County Administrator Kim Murphy. Officials said the contract would likely require Lenawee Now to provide regular progress updates and may soon reach the threshold for a federal independent audit. Meetings will continue throughout the summer. Any final contract must be approved by the full Board of Commissioners. Gleaner Life Insurance Society's annual flag exchange has raised more than $7,000 to support local veterans. The flag exchange event, held June 11th, provided over 150 free American flags to area residents in preparation for Flag Day. Participants donated $1,200, which Gleaner Life then matched to $3,700. The Joseph Wildberg Fund for Veterans, part of the Lenawee Community Foundation, matched the donation again, bringing the total to $7,400. The funds will help the Disabled American Veterans Lenawee Chapter 20 save for a new shuttle van. Gleaner employees and community partners presented the donation on June 24th. The flag exchange also included a prize drawing. Local resident Joseph Walter won a campfire-themed collection featuring a portable fire pit. Founded in 1894, Gleaner Life is a not-for-profit fraternal benefit society supporting its members and communities through financial services and volunteer outreach. Here's a look at the 4th of July parades and fireworks happening across the area this weekend. In Adrian, the Civitan of Lenawee Parade steps off at 10 a.m. from Greenlee and Maumee, heading east to Monument Park. Adrian fireworks are on Friday, July 4th at 10 p.m. at Comstock Park, and Saturday, July 5th at dusk at Plainview Campus. Brooklyn's parade is July 4th at 10 a.m. with fireworks July 5th over Lake Columbia. Other fireworks include McCordy Park in Cement City, July 5th at dusk, Loch Erin and Devil's Lake, July 4th at dusk, Grass Lake, July 5th at dusk, Hillsdale Fairgrounds, July 3rd at dusk, Posey Lake in Hudson, July 5th at dusk, Carr Park in Manchester, July 3rd at dusk, Sand Lake, July 5th at dusk, Vandercook Lake, July 5th, also at dusk, Wampler's Lake, July 5th, also at dusk. Sterling State Park in Monroe has canceled this show for the year. And finally tonight, Adrian is celebrating its Bicentennial this 4th of July weekend with free community events. The festivities begin Thursday, July 3rd, with an ice cream social at the Adrian City Market from 6:30 to 7 p.m. while supplies last. 200 servings will be available. An American Heritage concert by the Adrian City Band and community chorus from Lenawee will follow from 7 to 9 p.m. The city's 4th of July parade will start at 10 a.m. on Friday and conclude at noon with a bicentennial ceremony at Comstock Park. The event will feature the rededication of the DAR marker, recognition of Indigenous people, and the opening of a time capsule, which will be reburied on Sunday, July 6th. Friday also includes a historic walking tour, First Friday activities, a local history talk, and fireworks at 10 p.m. The full bicentennial schedule is available on WLEN.com. And that's it for this evening's news here on WLEN. I will see you tomorrow, Lenawee. You have a great night.
Count on WLEN, Lenawee's local news station, to keep you informed with accurate and dependable information 24 hours a day.